everyone, the 2026 Ford Boss 429 is one of the most talked about names in the modern muscle car world. Even though Ford has not officially confirmed a production model yet, still, the legend of the Boss badge is so powerful that every new rumor feels like a real automotive event. The Boss 429 name originally comes from Ford's historic NASCAR homologation era, where performance and raw displacement defined American muscle. In today's world, the idea of bringing back this badge represents something even bigger than a car. It represents a revival of pure, unapologetic performance in a time when the industry is moving toward electrification and silence. When you first look at the imagined 2026 Boss 429, the design language immediately hits you with aggression and purpose. The front end is extremely low and wide, giving it a road-hugging stance that instantly communicates performance. The grille is dark, almost blacked out, with a deep mesh pattern that looks functional rather than decorative. The LED headlights are sharp and narrow, stretched toward the fenders like an angry expression frozen in motion. The daytime running lights form a distinctive signature that makes the car instantly recognizable even from a distance. It doesn't try to look friendly, it looks dominant. The hood is long and muscular, carrying deep sculpted lines that flow toward a central heat extraction vent. That hood design is a tribute to the original Boss heritage, where function always came before styling. In this modern interpretation, the hood is imagined to be fully functional, channeling hot air away from the engine bay while improving high-speed stability. The front splitter sits extremely low, almost scraping the ground, designed to create real downforce and improve grip at high speeds. Moving to the side profile, the Boss 429 carries a wide-body stance that makes it look planted and powerful even when standing still. The wheel arches are aggressively flared, housing large performance wheels wrapped in ultra-wide tires. These wheels are forged and lightweight, designed to reduce unsprung mass while improving cornering response. The side skirts run tightly along the body, visually lowering the car and improving airflow efficiency along the sides. The overall shape still respects Mustang DNA, but everything is more extreme. The roofline flows smoothly toward the rear, giving it a fast back-inspired silhouette that enhances aerodynamic performance. Subtle Boss 429 badging appears on the fenders, but it is not overly flashy. Instead, it feels like a quiet statement for those who understand what the name represents. At the rear, the design becomes even more aggressive. The classic triple-bar taillight signature remains, but now it is sharper, more modern, and slightly smoked for a performance-oriented look. A large fixed rear wing dominates the trunk, not just for styling but for real aerodynamic downforce. The rear diffuser is deeply sculpted and integrated into the bumper, housing quad exhaust outlets that promise a deep, thunderous exhaust note. This is the kind of sound that doesn't just get attention it commands, it now stepping inside the cabin. The 2026 Boss 429 shifts from raw aggression to a driver-focused modern performance environment. The moment you open the door, you are greeted by a cockpit-style layout that immediately puts the driver at the center of everything. The seating position is low, giving a grounded, connected feeling to the road. The sport seats are heavily bolstered, designed to hold you firmly during aggressive driving. They are wrapped in a combination of premium leather and Alcantara, with contrast stitching that adds a performance-inspired touch. The dashboard is clean, horizontal, and slightly angled toward the driver. At the center is a large digital infotainment display that controls navigation, media, and vehicle settings. Behind the steering wheel sits a fully digital instrument cluster that changes based on drive mode. In normal mode, it shows simple driving information, but when switched into performance mode, it transforms into a full telemetry display showing RPM, G-force lap timing, and engine performance data. The steering wheel itself is thick, flat-bottomed, and wrapped in premium materials for maximum grip. Paddle shifters sit behind it for quick gear changes, and a dedicated drive mode selector allows the driver to instantly switch between comfort, sport, and track settings. In performance mode, the entire cabin feels more intense. The digital displays shift to darker tones with red accents, and even the ambient lighting adjusts to match the aggressive character of the car. One of the most exciting ideas in this concept is the driving experience itself. The Boss 429 is imagined as a machine that reacts instantly to driver input. The throttle response is sharp, the steering is direct, and the suspension tightens up as soon as you select a sport or track setting. In comfort mode, it remains surprisingly usable for daily driving, but it never forgets its performance DNA. Rear seats are included, but they are more practical than luxurious. Like most high-performance coupes, the focus is clearly on the front passengers and driving experience. Still, it retains enough usability to function as a weekend or lifestyle performance car rather than a pure truck-only machine. Now moving into performance, which is the heart of the Boss 429 identity. The concept suggests a powerful V8 engine that stays true to Ford's muscle heritage. While nothing is officially confirmed, the idea points toward a high-output, naturally aspirated or possibly supercharged V8 setup, producing somewhere between 482 over 700 horsepower depending on configuration. In its most aggressive imagined version, the performance output would place it alongside modern American muscle legends and even entry-level supercars. Acceleration is expected to be brutal rather than smooth. The car doesn't just build speed, it launches with authority. The exhaust note is deep at low RPMs, but as the engine climbs higher, it turns into a sharp mechanical roar that defines the emotional character of the car. It is not designed to be quiet or subtle. It is designed to be felt. Transmission options are imagined as either a manual gearbox for purists or a fast-shifting automatic for maximum performance efficiency. The manual version would offer a more emotional and connected driving experience, while the automatic would focus on speed and precision. Handling is also a major focus in this concept, with wider tires, improved aerodynamics, and a performance-tuned suspension system. The Boss 429 is designed not only for straight-line power, but also for cornering stability. Advanced traction systems and adaptive damping would allow the car to remain controlled even under extreme driving conditions. Now, when it comes to price, things move into speculation, since this is not an officially confirmed production vehicle. However, based on similar high-performance Mustang variants and modern muscle car positioning, the expected price range would likely start around the mid-$60,000 mark, and could go well beyond $90,000 depending on trim levels, performance packages, and track-focused upgrades. If Ford ever officially releases a Boss 429 model, it would almost certainly be positioned as a premium performance flagship within the Mustang. Lineup.technology would also play a big role in justifying that price. Features like advanced driver assistance systems, performance data tracking, over-the-air updates, and customizable drive modes would make the car feel modern while still keeping its muscle car identity intact. At its core, the 2026 Ford Boss 429 represents more than just a vehicle concept. It represents a cultural idea. It reflects the desire for a return to raw driving emotion in a world where cars are becoming increasingly digital and quiet. The Boss name has always stood for something extreme, something built with purpose, and something that refuses to blend in. And that is exactly what makes this imagined. 2026 Boss 429 so exciting. It is not just about numbers or specifications. It is about attitude, sound, emotion, and presence. It is about a machine that makes you feel something every time you start it, every time you accelerate, and every time you hear it come alive. If Ford ever decides to officially bring back the Boss 429 badge, it won't just be another performance trim. It will be a statement that American muscle is still evolving, still fighting, and still capable of shocking the world.